You are watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Marshall Green, and in today's show, we're going to break down the latest rumors surrounding the New York Football Giants. Will Saquon Barkley have a bounce-back season with running behind the best offensive line he has so far throughout his NFL career? But first, should the Giants go out and sign JC Tretter? A lot of Giants media have gone out and talked about Tretter as a potential piece for the Giants to go out and sign. He was most recently mentioned by Bleacher Report as a potential fit, and it makes sense considering Jon Feliciano is the current starting center for the Giants, who really hasn't been a starting caliber player in the NFL throughout his career. I like the nastiness that Feliciano plays with. I like the leadership he's shown. Bobby Johnson has referred to him as a dirtbag throughout the beginning portions of Giants OTAs because of the nastiness he plays with. But when you look at what JC Tretter is and the type of player he is, last year he was graded as the 6th best center in the NFL. The center is a slept-on position, in my opinion. It's one of the most important positions on the offensive line. It's the leader. You got to call out all the checks. You have to set the pass protections, and you have to communicate to everybody on the offensive line. And JC Tretter is one of the best in the business. When you look at the last 4 seasons, where he ranks as a pass blocker, in 2021, second. The prior year, second. 2019, second. And then 2018, third. JC Tretter is one of the best centers in the NFL. And anytime you could upgrade at a position, you have to look at it as a possibility and something you want to do as a football team. And the fact he's still a free agent tells me that his market has dried up a little bit, and there's not a lot of teams out there willing to pay a lot of money to go out and get JC Tretter. Last year gave up just 1 sack, 1 QB hit, 8 QB hurries, a PFF run grade of 74.8. He's a better pass blocker than run blocker, but if you plug him into this offensive line with Andrew Thomas, Evan Neal, Mark Lewinsky, and if you added JC Tretter, that would be 4 elite offensive linemen on this offensive line. That would be the best Giants offensive line since the 2011-2012 Super Bowl run. When your offensive line is better, your quarterback's going to be better. Your running backs are going to be better. Your tight ends are going to be better. Your receivers are going to be better. It's time for the Giants to start investing in their investments. Invest in Daniel Jones. Invest in Saquon Barkley. They did that by drafting Evan Neal. Now it's time, in my opinion, to go out and sign JC Tretter. I like Jon Feliciano a lot. I think he can compete to be your starting left guard. He played guard in Buffalo. I know he wants to play center with the New York Giants, but if you go out and get a better player, JC Tretter, on a 1-year deal worth $3 million or so, the Giants can afford that, and it would make them a better football team. So I want to leave the question up to you guys. If you were Joe Shane and you were sitting in your seat and JC Tretter's agent let you know, hey, JC wants to come and play for the New York Giants, you guys should sign him. Let me know what you do. Or who would you want to be the starting center for the Giants? Type JC for JC Tretter or JF for Jon Feliciano. If the Giants go out and sign JC Tretter, I promise you we will be the first channel on YouTube with a video out breaking down the move surrounding the New York Football Giants. So turn your notifications on, hit the bell icon right underneath me, turn your notifications to all so you get notified anytime we put a video out here on Giants Now by Chat Sports, because you're not going to want to miss it. And look, we're going to be putting out videos every single day until week 1 of the NFL season. And look, that's not going to stop then either. Videos every single day around the latest Giants news and rumors. Go hit that big red button. Help us get to 10,000 subscribers. And make sure you're subscribed and follow us over on Rumble, which is a very similar app to YouTube. It's where content creators like us post content. And Giants Now by Chat Sports is now posting their content over there. It's free. It's uncensored. It's a little bit more edgy. There's also news, politics, tech. And look, as Giants Now grows and we continue to gain more subscribers, we're going to grow to platforms that you guys use. So give us a follow, rumble.com/NYGiantsTV. Story number 2 on today's show. Is Saquon Barkley set to have a bounce-back season in year 5 for the New York Football Giants? He better, or most likely this will be his last season with Big Blue. Bleacher Report listed Barkley as a dark horse to lead the NFL in rushing touchdowns for the 2022 NFL season. If Saquon Barkley led the NFL in rushing touchdowns, I think everybody watching this video and watching this channel and fans of the New York Giants would be very, very happy. Look, this is going to be the best offensive line Saquon Barkley has had in his NFL career, and that matters a lot. It really does. Look, I know it's obvious. Better offensive line, the easier it is for a running back. Running back is a dependent position. And when your offensive line is creating holes for you to run through that are bigger and there's more space, you're going to be able to be a better running back. More yards per carry, more tackles that are broken past the line of scrimmage. And the fact that it's year 2, after the ACL injury, he's stronger, he's quicker, and he's had a full offseason now to rehab that leg, get back in the building. And in this new offense, I think Saquon Barkley could have a bounce-back season and maybe his best season yet in the NFL. This is what Bleacher Report had to say about Barkley in the article where they said he could be the dark horse to have the most rushing touchdowns in the NFL. They said these rookie additions by the Giants, coupled with a pair of key free agency pickups in Jon Feliciano and Mark Lewinsky, should have Big Blue's line in better shape than it has been in years. If Barkley returns to form, he'll find plenty of pay dirt behind it. Barkley and pay dirt is a good sign for the New York Giants. Look, Barkley is one of the most talented, skilled, and special running backs in the NFL. We all know that as Giants fans. He possesses a rare set of skills. He's very quick. He's very strong. His top-end speed is fast or just as fast as every single running back in the NFL. What he did in his rookie season was just amazing. 261 carries, just north of 1,300 yards, 5 yards per pop, and 11 touchdowns to go with 91 receptions. Then his sophomore season in 2019, in 13 games, he played really well as well. 1,000 yards, 4.6 yards per top pop, and then 6 touchdowns. And then the injuries started to pile on. And they piled on very strongly. In 2020, he tore his ACL. And then in 2021, he started to look really good. And then he had the ankle injury against the Dallas Cowboys where he stepped on the defender's DB's foot, and it kind of just took him out of the game. He's never really bounced back from that. But I did like what I saw prior to that game, and that led me to believe that Saquon Barkley can be great again. But what about this question? 10 rushing touchdowns for Saquon Barkley. Over or under? Let me know what you think about this, Giants fans. Can Saquon Barkley do or score more than 10 touchdowns on the ground this season? I think that's a solid benchmark for him. I think if he got to 10, it would be a successful season, and the Giants would be inclined to re-sign him. But I want to hear from you in the comment section. Go down and let me know. Type O for over if you think he's going to have more than 10 touchdowns. Or you can go down in the comment section if you think 10's too much and you don't think the Giants are going to run the ball enough for him to do that. You can go down in the comment section and type U for under. Whether it's through the air or on the ground, Saquon Barkley and the Brian Daboll, Mike Kafka, and the 2022 Giants offense is going to flourish. And it may be in a different role than you're used to. We've heard that Brian Daboll talk about it through the offseason, that Saquon Barkley is going to be used more as a receiving threat. And they're going to get back to what he was great at his rookie season, where he had 91 receptions, 721 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Was that in large part to do with check down Eli Manning late in his career, just being scared and just dumping it in the flat to Saquon Barkley? Sure. But when has it been a bad idea to get your playmakers the ball in space? That's what Saquon is. He's a playmaker. And what you want to do as an offensive coordinator is get those guys the ball in space. I want to see Saquon be used more as a receiving threat. We saw it against the Saints. He had that long touchdown. He had another game this year where he had a receiving touchdown lined up as a wide receiver. He's a multi-functional piece. He's a chess piece on offense. I don't care if he has 15 rushing attempts in a game and 6 pass attempts. He should have 20 touches a game in general, whether that's 12 rushes and 8 catches. Just get him the ball in space, whether that's more receptions or more rushes, whatever it has to be, get Saquon Barkley the ball more, because the more he has the ball, the more likely he is to break one off and head to the house for 6. But look, one thing I love about Saquon Barkley is he's the ultimate team player. He never says anything bad. He's always at voluntary workouts. He's always at voluntary mini camps. He's always at voluntary OTAs. And for that, I applaud Saquon Barkley. He does everything he can to make sure that he's on the field on Sundays and put the Giants' best foot forward and his best foot forward. So let's show him some love. Because look, if Saquon has a good year, that means the Giants are going to be better. So type 26 in the comments section to show Saquon Barkley some love. He gets some bad hate for the fact that Dave Gettleman may have reached for him in the 2018 draft with the second pick, but that's in the past. It's time for this fan base to embrace him. So show some love to Saquon Barkley and type number 26 in the comments section.